Should make for a great last quarter. Jane Woodlands-Thompson, nice and calm, saying to her team, there's time enough if good enough. 9 goals, it's a lot, but it's certainly not insurmountable. Teams have done it before and won grand finals before.
Final quarter of the 2009 ANZ Championship. It all comes down to this. The Thunderbirds need to get back from 9 goals. Kelly Underwood, who's been keeping an eye on the Vixens, they would be feeling pretty good.
They certainly look like they're feeling pretty good, Luke. No surprises because there is no changes. They're sticking with that settled 7. Caitlin Thwaites made a nervous start, but really settled and found her range as we see her have a shot here. Julie Hornwick, the coach, made a point of going straight up to Thwaites and encouraging her. Also mentioned a big tick for the defensive tactics of the goal shooters, McMahon and Thwaites. She finished with this. We need 15 minutes of really quality netball. We've got this. We've got this. Dan Ryan was in the Thunderbirds camp.
Yeah, the Thunderbirds, although they're trailing, they still believe they have what it takes to take this title. There's a steely resolve about Natalie Von Berto and Moni Gerard. Expect them to come firing out in this last quarter. They believe they can do it. They want to start taking some risks and chances, and they'll need to do that. Obviously, a lot of attention played to Jiva Mentor as well from both coaches. This possibly could be her last game for the Thunderbirds, so let's see how she handles this final quarter, but they believe they can do it.
Thanks, Curl, and thank you, Dan. Pass there. Mentioned Monia Gerard. She just had a bit of a physical clash behind the scenes with Chelsea Nash. The crowd didn't like it, but maybe it's a little too late from her. She had the chance against the big gun McMahon. She talked up a big game, Liz, and she hasn't been able to produce.
No, she's been one of the most heavily penalised players on court. She doesn't have an intercept to a name, just the 1 rebound. That's the sort of stuff you want to see from her, but she needed to bring it early.
The Von Bertos combine. Laura again.
Oh, huge call. Renee Hallinan comes up. Possession call. Looked like Laura Von Berto had the ball. Thunderbirds have been the receiving end of some interesting calls today.
It seemed like an extraordinary decision. Laura Von Berto had 2 hands around it.
She did. She went up strong. But she was in the behind position. Renee Hallinan was in front. That was another crucial moment. Thunderbirds need to score off every possession.
Oh, beautiful pass from Nash to McMahon. What a superstar Sherelle McMahon is. Goal number 19. 86%. Just have a look at the left-hand side of our screen here. Here is Nash and Gerard. Now, the follow-on from that was Gerard got up in the face of Chelsea Nash. Wasn't happy with it. Sherelle McMahon was the first goal of the afternoon. Her side had a few nervous moments in the first quarter, but she is such a superstar, Liz, and you'd expect she's delivered on grand final day.
She has, but she's been beautifully supported. Took Caitlin Thwaites a little while to get into the game. Chelsea Nash has had the best game of her season. She's just delivered some great balls. She's the least experienced of this lineup, yet she is delivering today. Really important, that position. She was up against Jo Sutton, who's had a couple of great games coming into this match. She has really shone out there, as has Natasha Chocolate.
Here are Corletto and Nat Medhurst. Julie Corletto, what a game she has played. She kept Nat Medhurst just to 11 goals as a few bodies collide and crash in.
Oh, Bianca Chatfield penalised. Don't quite figure out that one. Perhaps it's an even up.
The fake from Laura Von Berto. I just want to get back to Corletto, who just launches herself in an attempted block. She was tied for the Holden Cruise Player of the Year with Nat Von Berto, lost on a countback. Big grand final, and she has absolutely dominated this afternoon. Liz.
Yeah, she started off beautifully. 2 intercepts in the first quarter at the very start and the very end, really set the tone for her team. She's backed up beautifully by Bianca Chatfield. You know, we talk about McMahon so much, and she's a superstar, but this defensive line lays the foundation for the Vixens and allow them, their front line, to come up with the really exciting plays.
Sherelle McMahon, 21 goals at 88%, adding 4 assists, 12 centre pass received. She's had a rebound, only conceded a couple of penalties. So the complete game on grand final day for Sherelle McMahon. Her side leads by 12 goals. We've got 10 minutes to go, and have a look at her. Just wrestling that ball as though her life depended on it.
Comes up with a possession call. She's not going to coast in home for this win. She's the sort of competitor that wants to keep her foot on her opponent's throat. Just watch this. She was actually not in great position there, but it was will and muscle that got her through.
Julie Hornwig, it's grand final day. We've got 10 minutes to go in the final quarter. Now, I know you're going to give me the answer. We're going to wait until the last few minutes, but you can give us a little bit of a smile. You lead by 13 goals. You must be feeling pretty happy.
Well, I'd rather be up by 13 than down by 13 at this stage. So, yeah, and look, I think they're playing some amazing netball.
Julie, have you asked your team to push through until the very end?
Oh, yes, we know this is a quality team and we can't from one moment relax and think we've won the game.
Well, if you have, Julie, if we get another 5 minutes in and you're still up by 12 goals, is there a temptation to get a couple of girls on court and give them a run grand final day?
Oh, look, these kids have done such a great job out there. I think they should run the game home for us.
You aren't known for your compassion. You said that a couple of weeks ago, but you've done a brilliant job today, and we look forward to speaking to you later on this afternoon. The Vixens lead by 11 goals. And as she said, she's just tempted to try and win by as much as she can, and good on her side. Deserve it. It was 13-all at quarter time, but since then they have dominated.
Yeah, it makes sense. You do set your team to play 60 minutes of netball in a grand final. And the fact that they're up doesn't mean that you're going to be prepared to play 50 great minutes and coast at home for 10, particularly when you've got competitors like McMahon, Chocolate, Chatfield. They are the ones who create a great competitive spine for this Vixens team.
Dan Ryan has been watching the Thunderbirds. What can they possibly do?
Well, the challenge is all ahead of them here in the final couple of moments, Luke. But I think one key difference that I've seen throughout this game in both teams is just that belief that the Vixens have had in each other and the players alongside them. One difference that I've noticed with the Thunderbirds is they've looked really panicked at times, which has obviously been their downfall tonight. They haven't taken as many chances as they should have. Disappointing for them, but they've really been beaten by a quality side.
Come up with the play here. Turnover.
Well, Laura Von Berto, is this going to be her last season with the Thunderbirds? If it is, she can go out with her head held high. She's come on and done a really good job in a losing team. She's created some nice space.
She came back out of retirement, Laura Von Berto, especially to try and win a grand final, second year of the ANZ Championship. Surely she'll go on again if they are to fail today. Kelly Underwood, who's with the Vixens camp, are they about ready to celebrate?
I'm not quite sure about that yet, Luke, but we know Julie Hornwig's a pretty ruthless coach. Just on that point, she was saying she'd like to keep the 7 out there. Just consider all 12 had to have court time this season. The likes sitting on the bench at the moment. Brooke Thompson's played 7 of 14. Sarah Walls played 3 games. Ash Howard's had 6. Even the import, Emma Abwazi, has got court time in 2 games. They've all contributed, and if the margin blows out, surely she'll be tempted to put some of those girls on to get a taste of it.
Thank you, Curl.
No way. I reckon if you've got a team that's put out a complete performance like this, you can't take them off. You've got to let them be there to the end. Someone like Bianca Chatfield, she has really had a fantastic game this afternoon. 3 intercepts, the most in her team. 2 rebounds again, leading that stat for her side. She has been absolutely outstanding. You want to leave players like that on and reward them for the performance. Let them enjoy it.
Cheryl McMahon gets goal number 22.
Spanish defense obstruction, centre contact. Come in, that's it. Goal
See
defence
Julie
contact.
Coletto there just working over Medhurst, who found it challenging this afternoon. She misses again, but the rebound falls in her lap.
I reckon Thunderbirds will go away from this game